Hello! Today for me is going to be a very confusing day and everything depends on how much titanium we have. Well, obviously in different bits and pieces, not just the ingot. If we come to the quest book as usual, we have this one. You're gonna hate this. So let us make as many motors as we can. These are basically the different parts that we need in order to make extreme voltage machines, so it's nothing super fancy. It's just that I consumed all of my titanium rods. For the moment, that should be the quest. Thank you. And if I'm not wrong, this should be another robot arm. And ladies and gentlemen, one of the most important quests, the Advanced Assembling Machine Mark III. This is gonna be extremely useful. We can't power it, but you know, for powering it I have expanded our garbage basement here, and we are going to do some cheaty wiring. But first things first, we are going to need a high voltage transformer. It is going to convert extreme voltage, which is 2000 EU, to 4 amps of high voltage. The good thing about this guy is that if you smack it with a mallet, it's gonna be the opposite. Meaning that it's going to convert high voltage into extreme voltage. And that is something that we can manage, obviously. Yeah, we have 4 high voltage gas turbines, they go inside the transformer, and we do get 1 extreme voltage amp. And the reason that we had to do this is that we needed to make an advanced autoclave. Why? Tungsten. For some very weird reason, now it's an extreme voltage recipe, but basically what you do is that you mix tungstate with sodium, and you get sodium tungstate. I'm not a chemist, I have no idea why we need to do that. Do you have my calcium chloride? Yes. The calcium chloride that we have has to go inside a large chemical reactor, which now has to be EV, to give us something called scheelite. Scheelite with some hydrochloric acid inside the same chemical reactor is gonna give us something one day. Yes, tungstate acid dust. That's all we need. But we are not done yet. That inside the blast furnace is gonna give us tungsten trioxide dust. Fancy names for just tungsten. The stupid tungsten trioxide inside the blast furnace with some carbon, after 400 seconds, okay, yes, is going to give us hot tungsten ingots, which has to be cooled down. And again, the vacuum freezer has to be extreme voltage, so we have more turbines. And voila. Ladies and gentlemen, the first tungsten ingot. In order to go to Mars, we're going to need tungsten steel, so there are more processes, but it's not very complicated. I have been checking the questline and it seems that we're going to need 6 pieces of tungsten steel. And the good part about tungsten steel is that it actually doesn't require that much tungsten. Only 1 with steel gives you 2. So essentially what I'm trying to say is that we need 3 pieces of tungsten. That's it. So while the tungsten steel is cooking up, why did we do all of this? In order to go to Mars, we're going to need a tier 2 rocket. Means heavy duty plate, tier 2. This is actually Galactic Craft rather than GregTech, but GregTech has tweaked the recipes. Meaning that in order to make heavy duty plate tier 2, we're going to need tungsten steel, but just 6 ingots. So one of the things that we're going to do is that we are going to recycle our old rockets. Give me my landing stuff. So that should be one quest on its own. Yes. Save the planet, or environment, I guess. Which now that I'm thinking, what does it save us? Oh, okay, that actually saves a lot. If that is the case, here is our 6 pieces of tungsten steel, 22 pieces of meteoric iron plate, some explosives as usual, I love this one, but 11 heavy duty plates, we melt down the tungsten, and we start making heavy duty plate Mark II. Which now that I'm thinking about it, we need more explosives. Oh, this one consumes quite a bit. It's okay, we can make more. Powder barrel is something that we can almost make infinite of, because we have 3 mob farms which are giving us a ton of gunpowder. Yes, perfect. 11 heavy duty plates, Mark II. That should be a quest. Thank you. And now we're going to work towards making the tier 2 rocket. While I'm working on gathering the material that we need in order to make the tier 2 rocket, we need to gather some cotton. Mars is unlike Moon, we're going to need some thermal paddings. This is also from Galactic Craft, and in order to make it, we're going to need woven cotton. And this is why I actually kept our cotton farm. Because the string itself is free, we get it from the mob farm, but cotton, I think you just have to plant it. And this is the part which I remember from the last time that we played this mod pack, that I had to wait a ton just for cotton. But this time I don't really have to wait. But I think I have to make a few harvests. We need 192. So far I could make 2 stacks and a half. It's not much. Ladies and gentlemen, Darkness would like to welcome you to Mars, the beautiful red planet. No, I'm actually joking, we're going home. I have been mining here for the past maybe 1 or 2 hours and we have tons of ores. Basically what I did is that I went for dish ore, I went for a lot of tungstate, and I went for a lot of uranite. And well, these are the veins that I have mined. I mean the ones which have been depleted, the rest no. Why would I need iron? But before going home, I also found the dungeon. I actually found it by luck, I saw it on the map. There's water. And creepy sounds. Very creepy sounds. Whoop! I did not see that. I was looking at the map for some reason. Huh. Dead end. Maybe again we have been duped and this is not the dungeon. Yeah, I think this was a cheaty dungeon. It's fine, we have a decent supply of oxygen, we can look for another dungeon. Although, while we are looking for a dungeon, maybe I can explain to you what the hell are we doing here. In this mod pack, every time that you want to get an ore, you're going to go through pain, and you're going to cry to death. For example, in order to get a bit of tungstate, I had to waste so many resources on centrifuging moon turf, I also had to go to the end and centrifuge endstone, and over here, I can find the ore. In another stupid planet, I'm actually going to find raw tungsten, which does not require any processing, we just have to cook it. Same with titanium, I think I found enough small ores that we don't have to process ilmenite. Well, we do, but you get the point. So I thought to myself, instead of wasting time on processing tungsten, we waste time on coming to Mars. Also, as usual, this was just a mining session, nothing too special. Ooh, I found a hole. I saw it on the map. Oh, and it's nighttime. Yes, we found the hole. We go in. Is it the same hole? Hopefully not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Creepers? Ooh, bacterial sludge. Or whatever the hell it is. I believe it is used for making mutagen. Also, have I mentioned that I love my bow? Be a good dungeon and have the boss? No? You're wasting my oxygen. I don't think going to the surface is a very good idea. I tried to avoid the surface, but I want to find that stupid dungeon. I don't want to come back here. I love Venus. This is garbage. Nothing's burning. So I'll tell you what, I'll try to find that stupid dungeon and I'll see you right back. Boom. Oh, there was a dungeon finder. Or was it Project Ozone? Well, too late. We can't craft it here. Found another dungeon. I had to make sure that this one has a boss. And it seems it does. Hello? Why is it so loud? Oops. Mini creepers. We have to return the TNT towards his face. I don't think you have to do it with a bow. Well, one of his heads is down. That's a good sign. I'm just holding right click. And I'm really hoping... Uh-oh. What happened? Yes, I'm really hoping that I don't hit myself with my bow. Ah, come on. Stop. You and your stupid babies. But on a very positive note, he's almost dead. I think I shot myself. Okay. We're done. That took a while. So, give me my blueprint. Thank you. Anything of interest? Not really. Oh, we also need to take some of the stone, obviously, for the quest. Why do you need 16? You just want to make sure I was here. Yeah, now we're good. So, ladies and gentlemen, say farewell to Mars. For a very long time, I don't think we're going to come back here. Also, the Tier 2 rocket consumed less fuel. We still had fuel left in the rocket. Now that we're leaving, I kind of like this planet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to... I actually forgot where the hell this is. Deimos. This is Mars's moon and, well, it's a quest, so I came here. Also, I should really change my oxygen. Yeah, now we're safe. I thought we have fuel, we have oxygen, we do have space in our backpacks, so let's finish a few quests. And also, my prospector is not dead yet. Show me ores. What the? Titanium? Draconium. Ooh, that's actually really nice. Oh, it's daytime now. Essentially, every planet that I'm going, I'm just gonna do mining, so it's not gonna be something special. But let us see what we found. Uranium-238. I'm guessing that is good. We have so much tungstate now. For draconium, I don't mind. Also, Ori Harkonnen. I love Harkonnen. As a general question, if I centrifuge you, sulfuric acid is interesting. Sheldonite. Why the hell not? We take some of that home. Well, I guess you know what I'm going to say. Welcome to Phobos. I just arrived. Also, if you're wondering why the hell am I hopping between all the planets, is that first off, I want to complete the quests. You know, all of these. Secondly, the consumption of the fuel in the rocket depends on the gravity of the planet, and I'm assuming the gravity of Mars is less than Earth. Also, probably these stupid little moons are going to be less than Mars. So by not going back home, I'm actually preserving fuel. This seems to be a very nice moon. It has everything. We should always come here. Even uranium. But what the hell are we looking for here? Nothing. Okay. Aside from the dungeon, Phobos has every ore you need. Interesting. Also, what does Phobos give us? Plutonium. Okay. Nice planet. Moon. The question is, does it have dish? Probably not. Dish is kind of rare. Oh, and it's nighttime. We jump and survey. No one can touch us. Except for the fact that I might suffocate again. We use a good oxygen tank. It's nighttime. So as usual, let me do some mining over here and I'll be right back. Welcome home. Finally. It has been quite a while. Oh, that's my rocket. I was confused. That was the previous rocket. And I still have fuel left. Okay, so let me reorganize my inventory and I'll be right back. Oh, and by the way, as it turns out, Phobos has dish, but the galactic craft ore, which in my opinion is kind of better. But other than that, the only thing that we needed for the quest was the stone. That's it. Okay, I have emptied everything and well, this is the final result. It's crazy. And also for some reason, the stone counts as some sort of an ore, so it went into my backpacks. But all of them are almost full. But how did we do on the quest? Good question. Actually, let's claim everything. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna take loot bags. Since I have made some quad batteries, we also completed some of the quests in HV. You know, for making the computer, I had to power an EV assembler inside a clean room and I was not really in the mood for wiring. So we just have a battery. Also, we have 15 EV tier loot bags. Holy, there's actually going to be plenty more, don't you worry. We take the Space Invaders and maybe the tungsten steel. It's a pain to craft. I should have taken the tungsten. No, it was dish. Okay, so are we good? Are we done? Okay. I don't know how I did that. Oh, it was just visit Mars. With all the loot bags, there is no way in this universe that we are not going to get the Sword of the Cosmos. Lander tier 2. Heavy duty plate tier 3. That's expensive. Something. Oh, titanium. Compressed dish. Thank you, thank you. From the bees we got bread. Okay. Diamond grinding head. Glass and PB&J. We're getting full. Well, so far none of these were super great, but these are the EV ones. 19. Emerald. Really? Mushrooms. You're being garbage. Is this a troll? Oh, this one's nice. It's titanium. Oh, we got another one. Oh, and mainframes. Torches. Heavy duty plate alloy tier 2. 8 of them. Processor assemblies. Circuits are always nice. Filled canister of liquid oxygen. Okay, thank you. That was a quest apparently. Oh, ender infused obsidian. It's not that great because I still, you need the magical wood. But anyways, the main reason that we went on this trip was tungstate. I did pick up a few and we're going to start processing. What do I do with the impure version? I can use some manganese. We shall centrifuge. So I'm gonna make a very long cut. Remember, this is year 5, day 14. Well, the cut is over and I have been very busy. Our inventory system was full and I had to process a lot of material, but that's not very important. I have not really checked the time, but the cut should have been somewhere around 2 hours. Do you know how I know that? It takes 125 seconds to cook tungsten steel. And I just made a stack. Of course, we got 8 as a quest reward, but I am cooking more than 1 stack. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And do you know what that means? We have unlocked IVH. So as usual, we're going to make 9 tungsten steel plates. Oh, and yeah, I have no idea how the hell would you read that, but you kind of need it in order to make higher tier of cables, and well, we needed 2 tungsten cables. But I just wanted to make a bunch so that we don't have to craft it ever again. There should be more, yep. So, IV machine casing, IV machine hall. That should be a quest. Thank you. Do we get a loot? Oh, nice. Our first IV loot bag. Conveyor module IV. 1 stack every tick. Wow. That's great. And the EV one? Conveyor module EV. 1 stack every 0.2 seconds. Also nice. We should not have coins in the system. Of course, we're not going to do anything special in the IVH for the moment because we barely make enough power to operate at EV. which is something that I'm going to fix very soon, so don't you worry. Also, I'm converting my coins because everything was like overflowing. But being in the insane voltage age has its own perks. Do you know why? Instead of having garbage centrifuges, we can have the multi-block one. It's gonna require a bajillion items, but this is something nice. I think the multi-block macerator should also be an option because the circuit, which is ZPM, we can craft it in the insane voltage age. But I have no idea, I haven't played that far. We're basically at the place where we left off last season. Oh, and by the way, I'm keeping a bit of tungsten somewhere. I don't really remember where I put it, but I'm keeping some tungsten dust in order to make the miner. There's a multi-block miner which is kind of nice and it needs 4 tungsten gear. It's not a horrible recipe, it's just that tungsten takes ages to cook. But with the amount of resources that we have and limited storage that we have at this very moment, I don't think miner is a very good idea because I can't fit them anywhere. It was nighttime and I don't know, just for fun I went hunting mobs and well, I found this on the ground. Dragonheart. Is this the one which fell from the end and I never picked it up? Maybe. So at least on a very positive note, we know that this is spawn. And yes, I have left a mess. To solve my storage problems, I thought a drawer is not a very bad idea. Because I have done some improvements in our stupid basement down here and I moved everything relevant to ore processing to this corner. We have macerators, washers, thermal centrifuges, and yes, a new machine. This is called the Sifter. It's a multi-block version of this guy who works at a very garbage speed, but this one is much better. And the reason that I made this is that I was looking for a new element. Zirconium. There is a machine that we have to make and is going to make our lives so much easier, and that is the alloy blast furnace. And if you look at the recipe, zirconium carbide plate. And well, we got the zirconium. Actually, as a quest reward for the Sifter, I want diamonds. Yes, I'm going to consume a lot, so why the hell not? But just before we wrap up today's episode, there is one more thing that I want to do. Oh, and by the way, just to get rid of some of the resources, I have started making circuits again. It is always useful and it's going to free up the inventory system. And I have no idea where I left my bed. Anywho, let us get some energy crystals, which for some reason takes a bajillion years, but it's okay. And what we want to do with this energy crystal is that we want to make the atomic stone extruder. It's a cobblestone generator, that's it. Very soon I want to get some bedrockium barrels and there's no way in the world that I can mine the cobblestone manually, so we need to have a cobblestone generator. And yes, I already know that the rock breaker is a cobblestone generator, but the problem is that this one requires power. I don't think the magical one requires anything. It does require a bucket of lava and a bucket of water, and I think this should be the recipe. Yes. Well, so far so good. It's very stable. Thank you. So just out of curiosity, if we put you down here... Actually, I should have read how it works. I think it was witching gadgets? Yes. You can use a wand in order to rotate it. So are you rotating? That's a scepter. You have to hold sneak. Where is it going? Now are you ejecting? Ah, yes. 16 every second. It's not that bad. So that goes inside an assembling machine and we should get compressed cobblestone. For compressing it further, we need to use the implosion compressor, but that's for later, because we need a lot. From our trip to Mars, we also managed to get some uranite. Uranite is kind of important because it's gonna give us radium. And well, I'm not really sure how it works, but apparently we have to just leave it in a chest for 1 hour in order to get some decayed radium. And that decayed radium is gonna give us radon. And that radon is incredibly important because we can make the quantum eye, and that has so many uses. The problem is that it's kind of radioactive, so we need to wear a hazmat suit. At least that is what I think, I'm not really sure. Oh, I walk slow. That's nice. So let us sift it and see what happens. 6 seconds. Nice. Also, there's like a very garbage chance, so I'm not sure. It's like 2.5%. Oh, we got one. Avoid direct handling without a hazmat protection. Okay. Are they different? Oh, I guess the reason they don't stack is that, well, they are decaying, so they have different tags. For the first time, I did manage to get some radon. Maybe I should process more. I put the ores from Mars in the kitchen. We didn't have storage. So can I touch it? Yeah, it's gonna take 1.5 hours. Holy, wait a minute. You have to hold it in your inventory, not inside the chest. Otherwise, it's not gonna decay. So I just have to stand here for like 2 hours? Yeah, literally, you can see, 4,326 seconds. What did I get myself into? Well, as it turns out, you don't really have to hold it in your inventory for the rest of times. There is a lined box. You just put it in there and it will decay on its own. Or, in other news, you can also put it inside a chemical reactor and put it on a loop. You're going to need a tiny pile of uranium, but who cares? But I did manage to get 45 of them, and for the moment I think that's enough. We also have a bunch over here. I wasn't also really AFK, I made some circuits, I also made some alloys, especially the redstone alloy. Cause next episode we want to be able to automate a few stuff, and I think LV machines are going to be enough. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.